What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another FPL video. My name is Mo, and today we'll be going through the best captaincy picks for Game Week 35 for the FPL season 2020-2021. This is my channel, FPL Inkling. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back once again. Just before we begin, I'm here to give you guys the latest news, the best transfer tips, and how to make sure you guys get your best week or your best game week set up in terms of player news and player fixtures and players in form before the game week starts. So if you like the content and you want to be part of this content regularly, hit the subscribe button. Help me get to the 500 subscribers by the end of the season to win a PS5 in a bet that I have with one of my friends. So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that lovely subscribe button. In addition, if you like this content and you like this video in specific, hit the like button. And also, if you want the latest notifications for my channel and my videos, hit the notifications bell icon and you'll be notified as soon as my content goes live on YouTube. So let's begin with the best picks for me for captain for game week 35. Now, before I go through my decisions of captains, you guys can see the fixtures on the left hand side. It is a double game week. Yes, we've got it back, guys, another double game week. So the teams that are going to be playing in the double game week are the following. You've got Southampton, Crystal Palace, Manchester United, Leicester, Chelsea, Arsenal, Aston Villa and Everton. So the ambition is for you guys will be to get the strongest captain from one of those teams because they've got a double game week, and the benefit of that is your captain gets double points. Now, if you're a beginner to this game or you've just started this season alone, the benefit of having a double game week is the fact that if your captain doesn't perform in one of the games in the game week, you've got a second one to fall back on. Now, double game weeks are primarily targeted for the chips that we get. Now, you could use the free hit chip where you can make transfers which are unlimited. They won't be taken off your overall score, but the team will revert back to your original squad that you have now the following game week. Or if you want to play the triple captain, which is one of the most common and favourite chips to play in this game week, then this is the time to play it, especially on your captain. If it goes big, you'll make sure your ranking goes significantly higher. So let's get stuck in and let me tell you my choices for game week 35. So number one is going to be Bruno Fernandes. Now, in terms of Fernandes himself, yes, he hasn't had the greatest time in the Premier League in the last 5 games when we go through his details. But if you watched him in the Europa League, 2 goals, 2 assists, absolutely phenomenal. I think he's coming back into form at the right time, and let's go through some of his underlying stats. He's owned by around 55% of managers in the game. So if you have him as captain and he does well, your ranking shouldn't really be affected that much. However, if you don't have him in your squad and you don't have him as captain and he does well, and he's a popular captaincy choice, which I'm certain he will be, then your ranking could be affected quite significantly. He's 11.5 million in price, 221 points. His fixtures for this game week is Aston Villa and Leicester. So they're away at Villa Park and at home against Leicester. Now, they didn't play this week, which was against Liverpool, so they should be a lot more fresh. They've got a game midweek against Roma, which should be pretty straightforward because they're 6-2 up already. But let me go through some underlying stats for him in the last 5 game weeks and in the season overall. High scoring midfielder so far, 16 goals and 13 assists, as you guys can see. But in the last 5 game weeks, he's got only 1 assist and he's got 15 points. Now, that might make you think why Bruno is my favourite choice. He's just come back into form, guys. I watched him midweek against Roma, and with Pogba back as well, Cavani firing as well, they look dangerous. So that's why my number 1 choice is going to be Bruno Fernandes for this week. So that is my number 1 choice for captaincy. At number 2, let's go and see here. We have Iheanacho for me. So Iheanacho is my second choice. Now, again, he has a double game week, and his fixtures start against Newcastle at home, and then they've got Manchester United away. In regards to my honest opinion, this is someone who I have overlooked recently, but he's got, I think, 16 goals in the last 15 games, something ridiculous like that. He has to play in all competitions for me. Even against United, I think he'll give them a good shot in terms of testing the defence. But let's go through his stats over the season and especially the last 5 game weeks. He's owned by 25% of managers. Give me a second, sorry. So a quarter of the managers in the game currently have him in their squad. 6.3 million in price. 93 points in total for the game week so far. In the game season of 2020-2021 so far. He's got 10 goals and 2 assists. In his last 5 game weeks, he's got 4 goals, 2 assists with 39 points. So that's the highest points in terms of a player over the last 5 game weeks. So he, for me, is the most informed player. And to keep him out of your squad, especially in a double game week that's coming up like this. I know the fixture against United might not seem strong, but with the form he's in, I do not see a reason why he can't score. So that's why Iheanacho for me will be my second choice in terms of captaincy. He probably might be because of the Man United game, it might put people off. But I think there might be some differential options out there who might take the gamble of him going big against Newcastle. So that's why he is going to be my number 2 choice. And number 3, I've got Kai Havertz. So, Kai Havertz for me, I watched him midweek against Real Madrid. Now, he had a really good game there as well. And I think slowly but surely, since he's returned from injury, you're starting to see why Chelsea paid such a high fee for a player like him. I think by next season, he's going to be someone that it's going to be worth considering because you've seen his talent this season in patches. But let's go through why I think he's number 3 in terms of my captaincy choice. The first reason is going to be his differential aspect. Only 3.5% worth of ownership. He's 8 million in price, 88 points this season so far. Now, he's got 2 difficult fixtures, I admit that. And in between, he's playing Real Madrid as well. So they've got Manchester City away and Arsenal at home. But there's no reason why he can't have a good couple of games. I mean, maybe not the Man City game. Will Man City play a weaker squad? Because they're going to... even a Man City weak squad is stronger than most first-team squads in the league anyway, but I still feel that Chelsea have a lot to offer. In the reverse fixture against City, they were quite dull at home, but it's a new Chelsea squad. They're coming into a bit of form. Tuchel has got some form of stability in there. I just think it's a great aspect. If you really want to go left wing, this is why I put him number 3. This guy's in form, he's looking mean, and he wants to prove a point. So that's why, for me, Kai Havertz comes in at number 3 as a captaincy choice. And number 4, after a very long time, I brought in DCL, so Dominic CalvertLewin. I've seen him play recently, and he's played really well. He's started to get back into form, into the positions. I know James Rodriguez has got injured. But, with James being back in, it really opens up and adds another dimensional to DCL. And obviously with, Sigurdsson being in form and Richarlison being in the squad too, I think there's a lot to offer from DCL himself. So his 2 fixtures this week are West Ham away and Aston Villa away. So they're 2 away fixtures. He's owned by 27% of managers, 7.5 mil, and he's almost reached 150 points this year so far. In his last 5 game weeks, he scored against Villa in game week 34, but in the last 5 game weeks, I'm not including 31 and 32 in terms of game week because he was injured then. But last 5 game weeks that he's featured in, his stats are quite promising. 2 goals, he's got 20 points, but he's starting to really find some form now. And I think, in terms of Dominic CalvertLewin, he had an absolute brilliant start to the season. Probably wants to finish off on a high now to get himself in contention back for the England squad for the Euros. For me, should he go, shouldn't he go? He adds a different aspect, aerially to England. But this guy is worth considering with the fixtures he's got as well. I know he's owned by 27% of managers. But how many managers are actually going to be brave enough to captain him for these 2 games? That's the question you want to ask. So do you really want the differential aspect, or do you want to follow the crowd and choose players such as Bruno, Kevin De Bruyne, Salah as your captain? So this is why I brought him in as well. I've added some differential aspects to this video today as well. So this is my pick at number 4. It's going to be Dominic CalvertLewin. And at number 5, I'm picking Ollie Watkins. So he's owned by, again, nearly 26% of managers, 6.5 million in price, 153 points. His fixtures are Manchester United at home and Everton at home. Now, they're both red, but this guy's been in phenomenal form. Let me show you some stats of his. So In the last 5 game weeks, he's got 33 points in total, with 3 goals and 2 assists with 5 goals, and he's hit the post a few times as well. Now, without having his main talisman in his squad, which is Jack Grealish, he's done phenomenally well. This season, he's got 13 goals and 8 assists. I can pretty much assure you next season he's not going to be 6.5 mil. I think he's going to be looking at least around 7.5 million in terms of price for a striker. He's a safe bet. He's going to pretty much play every minute. He's hungry for goals, not shy of getting involved in terms of an assist as well. So for me, Ollie Watkins comes in at number 5. Yes, they've got Manchester United. Yes, they've got Everton at home. But again, it adds a differential aspect. Yes, he's owned by that many managers, but how many of them will actually captain him? That's the question. So for me, Ollie Watkins comes in at number 5 as my captaincy choice for this game week. What are your thoughts? Is there any players that I've missed out? If I was to give you some other options potentially for this game week, you've got Cavani, but will he play both games? You've got Marcus Rashford, again prone to injury. Let's see how they go. In terms of Chelsea, Mason Mount. In terms of Everton, maybe Sigurdsson, if you really want to go in terms of differential aspect. And if you want to go completely differential, why not Wilfried Zaha? He's got Southampton at home, and he's got Sheffield United. So again, that could be a chance and a choice for you to take. So those are my captaincy picks for you guys. Let me know what you guys think and what your thoughts are. Again, subscribe to my channel, help me get to 500 subscribers. You can see my contact in terms of social media below. YouTube, followed by Instagram, and my Twitter is there as well. My league code is at the bottom left, so join the league on FPL INKLING, on FPL game. Type in the code, be part of the best and most difficult league on the game itself. Thank you so much for watching and being part of my channel. Please, please, please like the video, hit the notification icon and subscribe to my content. Make sure you make a decision for captaincy soon and get it locked in, because the deadline is again a Friday 6:30 before the Leicester versus Newcastle game. I wish everyone the best of luck, and if you have any questions and you have any question around a player that I haven't talked about, please feel free to get in touch. Best of luck guys, make a decision quick, and I'll see you guys soon again.